So let's first deal with the hypocrisy. In the last 24 to 48 hours, almost 72 hours, we have seen and watched the black church yet again flaunt their hypocrisy. We have yet saw again that the black church have yet to leave the ways in which their colonizers have taught them. These scare tactics, these tactics to cause people to instill fear in them so that they will obey those in quote unquote leadership in disguise of obeying God. Many atrocities have been done and assaults have been done against people, all in the name of God. And this is something that we cannot run away from. We have to address. And at the bedrock of these hypocritical moves and these traditions, the bedrock of it many times is male chauvinism and patriarchy, something that I talk about often. What is the purpose of causing someone to be publicly humiliated, to be shamed? It breaks down their self-esteem, their self-worth, their sense of importance, what is all vital for human life. So what's the reason for doing it? To cause fear in other people so that they won't do it. You know, I've seen down my timeline the past few days people talking about open rebuke and quoting passage of scripture. Open rebuke is better than secret love and all of these things. But let's break down what rebuke really means. Because, you know, some people, you know, the Bible is their final say. But let's deal with this word rebuke and what it really means. And is it what people are claiming it means today? The word rebuke is expressed sharp disapproval or criticism of someone because of their behavior or actions. To criticize sharply, reprimand, to turn back or keep down. The act of speaking angrily to someone because you disapprove of what they have said or done. Now tell me, what human deserves to be dealt with in such a way? What gives us the higher moral grounds to treat someone in a degrading way, to speak angrily to them in a disapproval? What gives us the right? Let's think about it. For those who believe in Yeshua or Jesus, commonly called Jesus, they claim to believe in him and his teachings, but their practice is a stark difference. Love was the basis of Yeshua's message. Ubuntu, which is a philosophy, an African philosophy, in which Jesus believed in, which says, I am because you are. That's what love your neighbor as yourself. Why? Because your neighbor is you and you are your neighbor. When you look into the eyes of your fellow humankind, the fellow creation of the Creator, you are looking at a manifestation of the infinite intelligence. So you should treat that individual as you treat yourself. So you first have to love yourself and treat yourself with dignity, and in turn give that to others. Treat others as you would have them treat you. Nobody likes to be publicly disgraced. So how do we feel it proper to publicly embarrass a young woman or anybody? But let's specifically talk about a young woman. Many of the men that I've seen down my timeline saying they stand with this pastor. Many of them, number one, don't have a daughter, never raised a young woman, and have no respect for women. Male chauvinists. Saying that it was the right thing to do. And then the mother coming up, having her brain tampered with her sense of thinking. Because when you're in a cultish movement and our brain being rewired to believe a certain set of beliefs that it's of divinity, it causes us to lose our sense of reasoning. And we sometimes do not really acknowledge how it affects these teachings affect us. These ways and philosophies and beliefs affects our reasoning. Now even the mother came up with a post and said she stands with her pastor. Nothing much about God and this and that and third and what, but her beliefs that she was taught by her church and her pastor, she stated that is cultish behavior. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. And many of us have come through that type of way of teaching and belief system. And just because they did it once upon a time do not mean it is applicable and should be continued to be practiced in this day and age. Many things that people did long ago should not be practiced today. Why? Because our knowledge has increased. Our understanding has increased. Knowing that it was not the right and more effective way to go. This is why there is a great exodus from religion and churches and Christianity especially. There's a great exodus. The generation now, before us, now and after us are departing. Why? Because they are seeing the hypocrisy. Saying that you believe in the teachings of Jesus, who taught love, respect for humanity, taught us that we are the image of the Creator. And so that means God is within. We are God having a human experience. That we are a reflection of the divine. So when we begin to follow our higher self, our higher values, we become light beings instead of our lower self, which is quote unquote the devil. This is what he taught. To look within you, to know yourself, to elevate yourself out of a low place, to treat other people right, to have respect for people, to come out of religiosity. But many people are hypocrites because their action do not reflect love. It does not reflect respect for your fellow human being. Who gives us the right to sit in judgment of other people? In the name of God. Think about this.